You wanted to see me.
Yes, youngling. Have a seat.
Have a seat, okay. Are you Chris Hansen? Oh, the pie just flew up in the air.
I hear you've been busy of late.
I work for the honor of the companions.
Lad, I know what you've been up
That's
to.
a fun, yeah.
Mind you, it's no business of mine what each companion does in the name of honor.
Not as fun as flying
But
pies.
this sneaking around, it does not befit warriors of your standing. Ayala knows better, and so should you. In any
I've
case,
only been in your faction for like an hour, dude. Relax.
Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
Vilka said it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions.
The boy has a nugget of truth, but the reality is more
A nugget, yo?
complicated than that.
Chicken?
It
Chicken
always
nugget.
is.
So what is the truth then?
The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred. One of my predecessors was a
I know
good
what you mean,
but
Gutenberg.
short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmoral Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hirsine, we would be granted great power.
Great power. And as we know, folks, with great power comes great responsibility. That's what Uncle Ben taught me in Spider-Man 1,
They did
2002.
not believe the change would be permanent.
I actually don't know
The
what year
witches
that movie
offered
came out.
payment, like anyone else. But we had been
Hey, you know, how you
deceived.
doing? The witches should be hunted down for their trickery.
The witches
Oh,
did
never mind.
lie, of
I picked the
course,
wrong dialogue.
But it's more.
With great power comes great income.
The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies.
You and I are not so
It seeps
different,
into the
Spider-Man.
spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hirsine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit.
Big booty. Is there a way to kill yourself?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witches' magic ensnared us, and only their magic
Roll dial
can
the
release
witches?
us. They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force. I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the
Oh,
wilderness.
there's a typo there.
Strike
There's
them
two
down
spaces
as
in
true
between in
warriors
the.
of wild. And
Nice
bring
one,
me
Todd
their
Howard.
heads, the seat of their abilities.
Can't believe this
There,
guy.
we
Can't
may
even
begin to
proofread
undo
his game.
centuries of impurity.
How much of a say does Todd Howard actually have? It shall be done.
Good. Now move quickly, and don't leave any of them alive. Talos guide you, lad.
How much power does Todd Howard actually have over his games? Does anybody know? Ooh, a Daedra heart. Like I know he's like the studio director or whatever, right? But Todd Howard tells his employees to jump and their opinions are asking how high or packing their bags. Is it really that bad? Jeez. Talk about autocratic management. Yeah, I'm very, very familiar with the whole destruction of Fallout lore. Don't you worry. I'm very aware of that. I watched the Fallout show. And like I thought the Fallout show was fine. I thought the Fallout show was if you go into it not being like too concerned about like continuity, lore and stuff like that, it's actually pretty enjoyable. But if you think too much about like the lore and the storyline and stuff like that, you're like, this really doesn't work. Like, I did like it. I'd give it like a maybe 7 out of 10. It was pretty good. But yeah, they have no clue what they're doing with the story and stuff. I mean, it goes back as... Like, a lot of people still think that Fallout 3 is a really good game, but a lot of the problems that Bethesda has with the Fallout lore started then. Like, why are there rad scorpions on the East Coast? How did the super mutants get to the East Coast? The FAV was from the Mariposa military base. It's just little things like that just highlight just that they don't care. And from what I've heard, and I can't remember where I heard this from, it's because they don't keep internal design docs. Like, because I watch Tim Kaine. If you guys don't watch Tim Kaine's YouTube channel, you really should, especially if you're really passionate about RPGs and stuff like that. His videos are phenomenal. He talks about how, like, you know, back when he was running Fallout, they would keep, like, internal design docs to make sure they were consistent. Bethesda apparently doesn't do that. Different strains of FPV, but they didn't. That's the thing. They were just like, oh, hey guys, you remember from Fallout 1 and 2, Rad Scorpions? Yeah, they're here. Remember Super Mutants? They're here. Yeah, the design of the ghoul, he just looks like a guy with the sunburn. It was a bit, but I can sort of forgive that, because they were like peeling his skin or something, weren't they? So that one I can almost look past. Oh, hello, wolf. The full show is, even Shady Sands is fine. I don't know.
What is that?
That's probably the part that I really didn't understand at all. Like, the NCR just doesn't exist. And, like, all these vaults... Like, how did the Master not find all those vaults? Okay, I need to drink some potions, man. I'm about to die. Like, how did the Master not find the vaults from that show? They're making ghouls less and less ugly. Yes, that's true. If you look at the ghouls, and there's not a lot, from Fallout 1 in particular, and Fallout 2, they are, like, so gross looking. Taking Fallout to the East Coast was a bold choice. It was completely unnecessary, and it just created lots of problems. And then they reapplied all of the Fallout 3 stuff to... Fallout 3 and 4 stuff to the Fallout show, which takes place on the West Coast, which is where the original games were, and New Vegas. And so nothing makes sense anymore. I love that. He just... What do you mean he just didn't need them? Like, the whole point, when he has the conversation with you, is he's like... Where is your vault? I need subjects. He very much needed them. He was raiding vaults and cities, like... freely. He couldn't get enough, like, test subjects. Fallout will only take place in the USA. There was actually plans at one point, I think, for a Fallout game, which it was called Fallout Extreme. It sounds stupid as hell, but it would take you, like, different countries. Like, you'd actually go to China and stuff like that, which I thought was really interesting. New Vegas is the best of the 3D ones? Yeah. 200% agree. New Vegas... I reckon New Vegas is probably my favorite Fallout game. Like, just full stop. Like, Fallout 1 and 2 are still really good. But, I still think that New Vegas is my favorite. It's been long speculated that Vault-Tec was responsible. So there might be a good reason to not leave the US. The rest of the world did not get bombed. The show kind of floundered a bit, I think, with, like, the responsibility. Like, I think, from what Tim Kaine, again, the guy who made the original Fallout, I think he always has stated that China fired the first nukes, but you could argue they were baited into it. You think it's gonna rain? Oh no. Yeah, if you watch the Fallout show as if it's a separate continuity or separate timeline or separate reality, it's much more enjoyable. If you think about these things too much, it is just confusing. That's the way that I'm gonna... Like, I'll probably watch the Fallout show Season 2 when it comes out. I probably will. Like, why not? I enjoyed the first season reasonably well enough. But I'm just gonna treat it like it's a separate continuity. Yeah. Stay safe in the rain if it's coming by. Random. Nice T-pose. Alright, there's still one more witch, apparently. There's two more witches, sorry. I know I only need one of the heads, but I do want to get them all, because may as well. Because you need the head, I think, to un-werewolf yourself. The rest of the world was heavily affected by the US and China taking each other out. I mean, surely, like... You know, in a mutually assured destruction scenario, like, everybody nukes everybody. You don't just nuke one person. You think if using, the show's, bombing the US is different from the game's apparent reason, which is to control the economy. Yeah, that whole thing didn't really make sense to me, where they were like, the whole reason we want to do this is because we want to run experiments. It's like, huh? Like, you could do that without a nuclear apocalypse. Like, I don't really understand the logic of that. Like, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think you need to wipe out or potentially destroy the whole world just to run some experiments. Like, people sign up for, you know, Big Brother, that TV show, every year. You could just tell people, hey, this is for Big Brother, guys. And they would sign up in droves. Experiments is a better reason than controlling the economy, because it forces people to go into the vaults. Yeah, but... I don't know, it seems... silly, because there was no guarantee that the vaults would even protect people. So what if they... What if they destroyed the world and they didn't get to do their experiments, then what? Hey Ichigo, thanks for checking in, how are you doing? Early stream today. I'm guessing you maybe just woke up? Hope you're doing well. Cool spider. Ouch! Stop! I'll take one of the freedom of science the Enclave wanted to rule. Super early today. I'll just wait until Sunday. I'm going to be streaming at 9 o'clock my time on Sunday. In the morning. Let's eat a human heart. What does a human heart do? Damage health. A tragedy in black. The vaults were guaranteed, in so much as the control vaults were able to protect the people, as only when they were open the people wouldn't survive the initial bombardment. Yeah, but sort of what I'm getting at is, like... They couldn't say for certain that the vaults would have protected anybody. Like, I don't think they tested the vaults by nuking them, so there's no way that they could have known that it would protect anybody, so for all that they knew, everybody could have died. Would it really be worth, like, destroying the whole world just for a chance to run an experiment? I know there's a theory that, like, the vaults were actually trying to test for, space travel. Like, confining people for long periods of time, all that sort of stuff. That's a theory, but I don't think that's been confirmed by anything. I think that's like New Vegas lore. Because that's what Mr. House was sort of... I think that's mostly Mr. House's angle. But he was like a nothing character in the Fallout show. But how are you doing, Ichigo? We're talking about Fallout lore. With great power comes great risk-taking. Yeah, but there's like a limit, I think, on like... Like, I get, you know... There's the whole, like, thing of, like, capitalism bad, all that sort of stuff. I get it. But these people aren't complete idiots. We want for sushi. Well, you went for sushi. Nice. I thought you said we want sushi. I was like... I unfortunately don't have any sushi to give you. Sushi's nice. I haven't had sushi in a while. I had Sushi Train for the first time last year. It was pretty good. Do I get to sit in his chair? Is that what I'm being pointed to? You want sushi now? Return to Kodlak. Where is Kodlak? Why is his chair empty? Oh, they're having a collab with Monhan. Nice. Unfortunately, local groceries closed. Ah, dang. That's on Tristan timescale. It's a public holiday here, so everybody's closed pretty much. It kind of confirms vaults in space correlation with the Nuka World DLC for Fallout 4. Genuinely, where is this guy? Like, I'm just being pointed to an empty chair right now. Let's try entering and re-entering. You went purely for the Mon Hunt. Drumstick plushie, that's nice. Up top in the main hall. Oh!
Where have
Thank you.
been?
I was doing Kodlak's bidding. Why was it pointing me to the chair?
Hope it was
Or
important.
did I accidentally walk
Means you
past
weren't
the
here to defend him. The Silver Hand
the scene?
finally found enough courage to attack your bastard.
Nothing except 24/7 gas stations. Oh my goodness.
But the old man, Kodlak, he's dead.
They killed Kodlak. Was anyone else hurt? I only talked to him once.
No, but they made off with all our fragments of Wuthrad.
Not our fragments of
You and I are going
Wuthrad.
to reclaim them. We will bring the battle to their chief camp. There will be none left living to tell their stories. Only songs of your
Gas
past
station. Yeah, we call
will
them
be
petrol
sung,
stations here, but
We
if
will
you said gas
avenge
station,
Kodlak,
people would know what you're talking about.
and they will know terror before the end.
Ah, I entered the hall, collided with Vilcus, and disrupted his dialogue. That's funny. We call them servos. Yeah, that's true. Servo is also a pretty common terminology. Servo, as in service station. I usually just call it petrol station, but maybe that's just me. Look at me. Look at my furry cattail. That's interesting. That sounds a bit like there's a city in Australia. It's where my friend Remrem lives, called Adelaide. And it's like going back in the past, because like everything closes at like 5 PM. Except for the casino. The Adelaide casino is like the only thing that's open up late. Can't visit Australia, 1, money, 2, don't want to swear Vegemite behind. Yes, avoid the drop bears. Yeah, if you're afraid of drop bears, it's not worth coming. You have to be on constant alert for drop bears. So, like, I wouldn't recommend traveling to Australia for the average person. The price is also a pretty big deterrent. Oh. There's a dude standing next to the door. With his arms crossed like he was the bouncer. Nobody could enter the club without my permission. Are you glitched into the wall? Yes, you are. You visit a friend in Australia often never had to worry about drop bears? Well, lucky you. Lucky you, Lakio. Drop bears are a constant threat. Do people actually believe in drop bears? Like, I know we talk about drop bears a lot. I actually find that the most people that talk about drop bears, it's not Australians. It's people who know about drop bears. Like, they know about the rumor of drop bears. Like, non-Australians, like, who know about drop bears are the ones that bring it up to me the most. Which is quite funny, I think. Petty Soul Gem. I used to think it was called Pretty Soul Gem, but it's just petty. Like, it's crap. You find the occasional gullible American, but anyone who recognizes a cryptid laughs it off. You talk about drop bears to see who... Oh, really? You actually talk about them. Interesting. Random. Yeah, I don't really bring them up, unless somebody else brings them up. If somebody else brings them up, I'll play along, but... I don't really bring them up independently. Shit, that was a lot of damage. Skyrim belongs to the Nords, huh? Skyrim belongs to the cats. Cats the musical.
Skyrim belongs to the North. That's what you got?
No, 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 no.
Worried about the climate? Yeah, the climate here's a bit funky. Ah, shit. I got beheaded, dude. Ah, man. That's unfortunate. Saw a YouTube video about them, but the guy didn't mention the Vegemite thing. There's all sorts of rumors. Some people say, like, you always need to walk around holding a knife, like, above your head. So that if they drop on you, you kill them. There's all sorts of bogus rumors.
Time to end this little game.
But there are actually Australian cryptids. Drop bears are just a meme, though.
I cannot rest you.
Mostly from indigenous folklore and stuff like that. They're cryptids. Name us some cryptids? Well, there's like the bunyip. There's that Joondalup thing, which I've heard about a couple times. I think it was a creepypasta as well. The bunyip is probably one of the biggest ones. Yowies as well. And not the chocolate. Like the actual Yowie that the chocolate is based off. The bunyip? No, I can't remember exactly what it is. It's some sort of, like, monstrous cryptid animal. I'm not super well versed in Australian cryptids or anything like that.
What was that?
Oh, too easy. I hate that my sneak attack bonus is only 3x. Because if you use daggers, you can get up to a 15x critical bonus. The Yowie manga genre. It's not spelt like that. It's a different Yowie. But yes, I know what you're saying, right? And I know you know. But I'm saying for the non-Australians in the chat. The most dangerous thing in Australia was Hachama. Yeah, that's true. I always forget that she spent time in Australia. She's still there? I don't think that's true. Dags can take you up to a 30x bonus if you do it right. That's crazy. And meanwhile, my maximum is 3x. What a joke. I was a correction. No, I'm pretty sure she's been living in Japan for the longest time. Because I think she studied here or something, right? I'm not really that well versed with HoloLive, I'll be honest. I know that's kind of heresy, but it's the truth. Like, my 2 cents is if I'm gonna use some time to watch a VTuber, I'd rather watch somebody that I know, as opposed to a corpo. You only learned yesterday what HoloLive is. Goodness me. Are you very well versed on VTubers, or are you sort of new to VTubers, like, in general? Not like this. Is there a Twitch emote that's not like this? You're well versed in the few VTubers you watch. That's kind of incredible to me that like you're reasonably well versed with VTubers like as a concept, but you've never heard of HoloLive until yesterday. That's interesting. I don't know how you managed to avoid them. You've been interested in VTubers since lockdown. That's when a lot of people got into VTubing, including myself. Yeah, Guru graduating. Like, I never really watched a lot of her stuff, to be honest. But I recognize, the impact that she's had on a lot of people, and in particular, the impact that a lot of people are going to feel now that she's gone. But surely she'll continue as an indie, right? Like, I'm not going to go into, like, oh, maybe she has another account or anything. Like, I think we all probably... probably some of us already are aware of all this sort of stuff. But she'll probably continue as an indie. I can't imagine she would just give it up, like, entirely, right? Yeah, she's definitely the most successful, I think, of at least the Hololive indie, English indie, sorry, Hololive English VTubers. Like, I think probably would you say Iron Mouse is bigger than her, or she was the biggest? I think she probably was the biggest English-speaking VTuber. I could be wrong, but it'd definitely be between, like, her and Iron Mouse. Yeah, I can't imagine she's just gonna, like, quit, like, streaming altogether. She broke 1 million on her past life account. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, people knew. People knew for the longest time already who she was before. I mean, good for her. Gives her more freedom. Like, from her graduation announcements, she said her problem was management mostly, so... Yeah. As I mentioned before, like, my old workplace, where I was working the past 4 years before this year, like, the management there was freaking atrocious. I just couldn't handle it anymore. It was getting worse, like, each year. Having, like, really bad management can make a huge difference to, like, your motivation to work somewhere.
Thought I heard something.
Like, you wouldn't be joining the Silver Hand if your management was dodgy. These guys obviously have a good leader. Hey, Nuclear. Thanks for checking in. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. When she debuted, she hit 1 million even faster than a lot of the JP. I think Pekra is still the biggest, right? Of Hololive, if I'm not mistaken. Oops.
We are routed. Fall back.
Rest in peace. Alright, the only reason you found out what Hololive was, if you could stream a feature, would you sign up with Hololive? Ah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know, like, the corporate versus independent debate is always really interesting to me, because I think a lot of people would say, like, oh yeah, in a heartbeat I would join a corporation, but you actually give up so much freedom. You love this game? Nice. You actually have to give up so much independence to join a corporate, because, like, you can't collab with whoever you want, it has to be approved. Particularly Hololive, because Hololive is really in the idle game. They're not, like, in the VTubing game, if that makes sense. Like, so they have all the extra pressure of, like, having to learn, like, singing, dance routines, all that sort of stuff, which some people may just not be interested in.
Did you hear something? Someone there?
How am I not hitting these guys?
Huh?
Yeah, sneak archer. I'm a stealth archer.
Is that your best, huh?
My freaking spiders pushed me into them. No. Run. Ilkus, fight her for me.
Think you can take me?
Just rat.
Nice. Easy. Yeah, there's no classes in this game, that's true. Not strictly, anyway. Compared to, like, Oh, I did not want to sit down. Compared to, say, Oblivion or, Morrowind. You strictly fight with magic. That's the thing, I've done a magic playthrough before, but I've never done a stealth playthrough before. And not a stealth archer playthrough. I've done, like, backstab. That sort of thing before. So I'm trying something different for this particular Skyrim run. Something a little different for me. Have you played modded Skyrim? Not massively, to be honest. I've played a lot more modded New Vegas than I've played modded Skyrim. Ninja Sanji, yeah, I hear Ninja Sanji's even worse than Hololive. Which, given all the problems that Hololive's had recently, Ninja Sanji comes up as like, well, it could be worse.
Never should have come.
You love Magic? Magic's a lot of fun. There's an enemy? Oh, he's on top of the castle, is he? Magic the Gathering, lean towards magic runs in games. Ah, nice. Typically, I'd be a sword and shield guy in most RPGs. I'm very boring. Yeah, V Shoujo and some other ones aren't as restrictive, that's for sure. Magic and a shield. Magic and a shield is an interesting combo. Attend Kodlak's funeral. I know, we get to go to the funeral for this guy that we knew of all of like 20 minutes. The multiplayer mod. Azure Fang keeps asking me about the multiplayer mod.
I'll do it. Before the ancient flame, we grieve.
At this loss,
We weep.
My favorite town? I really like Riften, I think. Probably my favorite.
We shout.
And for ourselves.
We take our leave.
A handful. I think one of the Daedric artifacts is a shield that has like a magic resistance, right? Wrong game.
Spirit
Yes,
of
that
the
one's from
Lord.
Oblivion.
Members of the circle, let us withdraw to the underforge. Grieve our last together.
Right, they burdened my boy. Alright, let's go inside the Underforge. What do you guys want? You've never signed on with a Japanese agency? I think that makes sense. I only know a little bit of Japanese. My Japanese is like very amateurish beginner level. I would definitely get taken advantage of because I don't know the language very well. Yeah, I mean, another thing is like,
you have the fragments of wood
Oh, here we go.
still? I'll need to prepare them for mounting again.
I return them with honor.
Don't get too flowery on me, lad. Of course, I have a small favor to ask of you. There's another piece that Kodlak always kept close to himself. Would you go to his chambers and bring it back for me? I'm not sure I'm the best one to go through his things.
And I'm the best one to go through his things? Be my pleasure.
Thank you. I'll be here.
I knew the guy for like 30 minutes. You probably known him for like years. Yeah, what I was going to say is there's not really many corpos that take male applicants anyway, so it's not really something I need to worry about, to be honest. Like 9 times out of 10 when you see those like casting calls, whatever they're called, whatever they are, for corporate VTubers, they're like, we're looking for female presenting applicants. You know, there may be an opportunity at some point where we'll take male applicants, but not right now. And then the time when they take male applicants never happens. You know, a little bit of French, nice. Having manager would be nice, but you can hire one who's not corpo. Rin's manager was her manager from Idle before they both left, and Doki's manager worked with XQC. I'm my own manager, I just do my own everything. I plan collabs, I message people. I manage my YouTube and stream schedule. I manage my social media. I just do everything myself. I didn't even know what I would get a manager to do. I feel like I'm happy doing pretty much everything myself. I guess the only thing I would want a manager to do is like sponsorships and stuff like that, because I suck at that sort of stuff.
You're back.
I have Kodlak's fragment.
Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
I think they're waiting for you. I'm from Germany. I'm from Deutschland. Have another bongo? Sure, why not?
And he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
There we go.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilcus.
That's fine for you. But he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Ysgramor and know the glories of Sovngarde. But all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
Kodlak did not care for vengeance.
No, Farkas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring Kodlak. No
Although the
matter
blood
our
is still
own
just sitting
thoughts of
there.
the blood.
You're right. It's what he wanted. And he
I think this is already the last quest of the companions.
He used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb.
Yeah, this is the last quest of the faction
There
already.
the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel. We can't even enter the tomb without Kuroneko, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
I just fixed the blade.
Dragons were just stories.
I turned around because I knew this guy was coming in, and it's like, I fixed the blade.
Something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken and repaired.
Is that?
Did you repair it?
You repaired the blade?
Yep,
This is
I
the
did
first
it.
time I've had all the pieces, thanks to
Our friend here did all the work.
The flames of Hero can reforge the shadow.
In just a couple of hours, he's completely solved all our problems.
And now it will take you to meet him once more. As
Please do the magic school
side
side quest. I think I'll after I finish the companions, I'm gonna do at least one main story quest. I want to do the it's the Thalmor Embassy one. I hate the quest, but I want to get it done today. I might do the magic school next. I'm not sure how much stuff I'm going to do in this playthrough. It's not going to be... This is definitely not a 100% playthrough, I'll tell you that. I'm not doing every single thing in the game. If people want to watch me do specific content, I'm happy to do it. And it's just basically going to be what I do, if that makes sense. It'll just be stuff that comes up. But I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to do in this playthrough, because this playthrough could go for an exceptionally long time if I really wanted to. Because there's actually so much stuff in this game. Especially if you try and, max out everything. We can do the college at some point. But it's, like I said before, it's kind of pointless, because you don't actually learn anything about magic doing it. And you barely have to even use magic to complete the storyline. Okay, let's try not to die. Try not to die. Shows infos for all the scary animals and plant life, but you live in Arizona, you have wild pigs, snakes, spiders, scorpions, and trees you can't hug. I mean, you do live in a desert, so I imagine it's probably quite desolate and all that sort of stuff for the most part, so I can understand where you're coming from. Damn it, I didn't think that would kill me. If you want the college to actually be a school where you can learn, you have to get a mod. They kind of fumbled it, yeah. I quick saved before I jumped off that ledge, because I had a feeling that might happen. I think you died, yeah. I didn't think that fall would kill me, but I auto-saved... I quick-saved just in case. I have a feeling that this could... Ah, the thing is up the top. I kind of want to get this marker. I want to see what it is. It's a quick way to level destruction. There's a way to level destruction magic quick. There's a lot of ways to level up magic in this game. There's the spell that drains your health and gives you MP. And then there's a spell that heals your MP, and you can just spam them interchangeably for infinite restoration. Oh, come on. There we go. A dragon? Oh, fuck me. I don't really want to fight a dragon over here. This is not good terrain for fighting a dragon. You only need one spell. Please leave me alone, Mr. Dragon. Back when Steve died, people were saying Aussies hated him. Steve Irwin? That is completely wrong. I think that very few people disliked him. No, I think very few people disliked him. I don't know where Americans got that from. The tower, what's this? The option to automatically open expert or lower locks. That's actually kind of interesting. Poachers. I mean, there's not really that much poaching in Australia, I don't think, for the most part. Maybe, actually, I'm not sure. You're saying speedrun over and over again to convince yourself that you're trying to psych yourself up? Oh, excuse me, I yawned. Yikes, that nearly killed me. That's a bear. Off he goes. Steve is a wonderful influence on the world, yeah. He was an awesome guy. That's why I struggled to believe that there were people that genuinely disliked him. Yeah, I'm sure there are, but I can't imagine they operate in such huge numbers. Yeah, his two kids are continuing his legacy, that's true, both Bindi and Robert. And his wife as well. If you want to do it now, you can. What do you mean? If I want to do what now? Yeah, that's true. She is largely in the background.
This is the resting place of Ysgramor, and its most trusted generals. You should be cautious.
Why do we need to be cautious?
The original companions, their finest warriors, rest with Ysgramor. You'll have to prove yourselves to them. It's not that you're intruding. I'd wager they've actually expected us. They just
We found Hobbs Fall Cave? I have no idea, dude.
Be ready for an honorable battle.
Alright.
All right, then.
That doesn't sound familiar, so possibly not. Ah.
Something has shifted in the moon.
Right of Dawnstar. I mean, I can have a look. Where's world map? I don't know. I'm inside a cave right now, so I can't even look.
What was that? I knew I'd find it.
I don't think I've been to Dawnstar. Or did I go to Dawnstar? I don't remember where I've gone. Really being old enough she got married. She's like in her mid-20s, right? I can't remember how old she is, actually. But yeah, not a kid anymore, that's for sure. How did these ghosts get killed by arrows? That's my question. Oh god, this freaking guy keeps dodging my arrows, man. He's actually dodging my arrows. He's literally walking out of the way. Come on, die already.
Good enough.
There we go. You need the Unbound Storm spell. I don't even have that much magic. I don't know if I could use that spell, to be honest.
Kodlak.
My magic is kind of bad.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I remember that interview where you got bitten by the snake. I remember that. I think it came up on YouTube Shorts a couple days ago for me.